and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me, your girl Tandy, Nyasha Tandy, and I am back. Guys, like, it's a whole month of no content, and I have been enjoying taking the break, but I woke up today, and I just knew today, like, no matter what happens, I have to film something, because I am getting content hungry, okay? I was getting content hungry. I was like, no, today, I need to create something, because, you know, like, I can feel something was missing, something was missing, okay, so, today's video is actually very, it's a very chilled video, in the sense that it's just things that I've come across that I've always just wanted to, like, put it out there, because I just felt like, this is actually very interesting, because we have kind of normalized these things, and we kind of think, okay, we accept them just because we feel like, oh, okay, if I say I don't accept something like this, I'm a bit of a weird person, because our culture accepts everything like that. So we're going to be talking about that today. I don't know if you're African, but if you are actually African, you understand that there's something called black magic, something called voodoo. Hey. Oh my gosh. People call that, in Shona, it's Kuroya, in Isnebele, it's Uktarata. I've heard my Nigerian friends say your village people, or they did juju on you and stuff like that. So I'm very much aware that this is something across Africa. Like, So there's this thing I want us to talk about. I want us to talk about love portions. Hey, I want us to talk about love portions, because I've heard some people say, oh, it's a very normal thing to do. It's just you expressing how much you love someone and trying to ensure that this person loves you forever. But, like, it goes down to, okay, so in a marriage, well, I'm Catholic, I profess the Catholic faith, and yeah, I'm a Christian, I profess the Catholic faith, and when Catholics get married, at the beginning of any wedding ceremony, 4 questions are asked. The first question is, do you come here freely? Okay, so you asked if you come there freely, which means there's no circumstance that's actually leading to you being there. You are out there on your wedding day because you truly want to be there, because you want to be there. The second question is, are you here with an openness to life that God might choose to bless you with? So that's basically, are you guys open to having children? Because part of marriage is not only for the edification of the spouses or for companionship, but also to be open to life, so that it fulfills what God has in mind, because that's what God says in Genesis when he created Adam and Eve. The third thing is fidelity. Do you come here vowing to be a faithful spouse? Do you stand by fidelity? Are you actually standing for exclusivity, to say, you know what, I don't want any other person as a part of our marriage? The fourth thing is totality. Are you there totally to give yourself as a whole? So that means there's no prenups, there's no, oh, I'm giving myself to you, but I'm not giving you my money. There is no, oh, I'm giving myself to you, but under the condition that if you cheat on me, if you do this and this and this, I will leave. Or, oh, no, I'm giving myself to you, but then my fertility is my own, I don't want you in that area. Or, no, I'm giving myself to you, but I am leaving out this part of myself. So that's not it. We're just going to focus on freedom, because that's the one that deals with what we're talking about today. So then, if you're going to, so now back to love portions. If you're going to, in quotes, or if you're going to use a love portion to make someone's child want you more, to make them love you, to make them feel like unto your respect. There is no other spec other than you. That's it. There's no other person. It's just you. Then that is already, you're bordering on the fact that it's not free anymore. Like, this union is not a free thing anymore. Like, your relationship is not a place where there's freedom to love, because that person has no choice. They cannot choose for themselves whether they want to love you or not. So if you are already doing juju on someone's child, please go and untie them. Go and untie this person, because honestly speaking, you're actually performing witchcraft. Yes, it is witchcraft. using voodoo on someone's child, using a love portion on someone's child to make them love you more, to make them desire you more, to make them give you more money, to make them do anything you want them to do. So they can just be a yes ma'am person. Hey, you are a witch. Yeah, you are a witch. You're practicing witchcraft. Yeah. I know the worst thing is that nowadays we kind of trivialize it. We're like, no, it's a normal thing. I'm just guarding what's mine. But you're not. Taking away someone's basic, someone's basic reasoning sense to decide for themselves whether they want to be with you or they don't want to be with you because you're like, you're extra, you're too much work, they don't want to be with you, and then you just wake up and decide, nah, I'm just going to make sure that things go well. I'm simply going to go to one nganga, one mtagati, or one babalawo, and then you decide, no, you know what, I've got a perfect solution for this problem. That is witchcraft. Witchcraft is not just going out at night and then getting people and like witchcraft is not only just going out at night and bewitching people while they sleep. Witchcraft begins there. The moment you find yourself going to such a measure to take away, to forcefully take away another person's reasoning capacity or the capacity to freely love you, you have ceased to be in a relationship. It is not a hostage situation. Yes, it is a hostage situation. Someone call Pipers in this person, guys, because literally then, please just go in and untie them. Untie people, please. What's the problem? Yours who loves you like that will come. They do come. They will love you freely, okay? So, honestly, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this whole love portions thing? Is it something... Obviously, I don't know if you would say you would do it in the comment section because you're just going to be like, oh, no, they're going to judge me. But is it something you did in the past? Have you done something like that? What were the results? Tell us. We want to know if eventually, you know. Because, like, if this is something you did in your past life, if this is something you did in your past, I mean, you came to know God and then you started realizing, oh no, this is bad, and then you went and untied someone's child. Please let us know in the comment section. We want to understand. Tell us, like, is it a good? Actually, it's not a good thing. The objective truth is it's a bad thing because you're taking away someone's sense to reason, and that is just so unfair. That's not love. That is not love. In fact, you know what? Carry your stuff and go. Go. One thing I just wanted to talk about today, another thing I wanted to talk about today in this chit chat is sending nudes. So I was listening to the radio just earlier on this morning and I was getting ready for this video, and one of the men called in. It's actually a talk show where you share your domestic issues with your partner and then they try to help you. And so one man called in and he said, I'm failing to forgive my wife. And they asked him why, like, what's the problem? So he says, oh no, my wife cheated on me. I caught messages and I caught nudes. I caught pictures of my wife in her phone. She was nude. She was sending nudes to people, to a different man. And so when they asked the wife, hey auntie, why did you send nudes to a different man? Hey, I was not prepared. I don't think anything could have ever prepared me for the response that she gave. Like, it baffled me. It just scattered to my brain. I was just like, what am I seeing? What am I listening to? Like, what's this? So then she says, oh no, I took those nudes and sent them to my ex because of my husband's relatives. They just really upset me and I thought this was the perfect way to get back at him. So now I was just not making sense. Like, okay, so your husband's people do something to you and then you're just going to take nudes and send them to a different person because you're trying to get back at them, but technically your husband hasn't done anything wrong to you. So it just got me thinking, like, okay, this thing of nudes, it has been normalized so much that we actually don't see anything wrong with it. I have a friend that I know. Well, I know someone. Hey, let's you guys stop going around looking for her. I know someone who was or is, I don't know at this stage, I don't know, but at one point she was in a long distance relationship, and got into the habit of sending nudes to a boyfriend, and as a woman of faith, she didn't see any problem with that. She saw it as not being harmful and not being intrinsically evil. So she's like, oh, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm like really striving in my relationship with God. And I'm not making this video to judge her, because obviously that's not what I'm doing, but I'm saying at the heart of every sin is an intrinsic evil. And so whether it's evil against your own body or against another person, it's still evil. So just because you're doing something that's wrong, and then inside your heart you feel, because your conscience has told you over and over again, and you have shut your conscience out completely, and you don't want to hear anything from your conscience, you cannot therefore go ahead and say, oh no, my conscience doesn't bother me, because you don't listen to your conscience anyway. So sending nudes intrinsically, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if it is to send nudes to your husband, your spouse, your husband or your wife, I think that's a bit different from sending nudes to a boyfriend or a fiance. That's just, or your fiance, like that's just, it's wrong, because already it opens a door to, it opens a sexual door which you're not supposed to be opening before you're married to this person. So sending nudes, guys, like, it seems to be unharmful, but at the heart of it, it actually is very harmful. Because what's the intention? We have to look at the intention. Like, as you send these nudes to the other person, like, what's your intention? Are you trying to arouse them? Because if that's what you're trying to do, if you're trying to arouse them and show them, like, hey, I still got it. I got it from my mama. I got it from my mama. Hey, that's what you're trying to do. Hey, I got it from my mama. What? If that's what you're trying to do, then why are you trying to show them that you got it from your mama? Can they not see when they look at you like, until you got it from your mama? Like, why do you have to go out of your way to send your, like, I think at the heart of it is how much value do you place on your body? Really, like, how much value do you place on your body? Can you, right, honestly speaking, stand there or sit there as you are watching this and really say to yourself, I value my body, and as a result, I will not do this, and that, and I will do this, and so to make sure I uphold the intrinsic dignity that I have been gifted by God, you know, like the intrinsic dignity that you have as a person, whether you're Christian or Muslim or Hindu, whatever religion you profess or whatever faith you profess as a Christian, like, can you honestly sit there and say, I don't value my body? Because if you're going to reduce yourself to the point that you're fornicating with someone else, you're sending nudes and yada yada yada, then, like, how deep is your relationship with God? And I get it, you might watch this and think, oh no, like, you're just saying, but it goes down to how seriously you take your relationship with God. Like, as a person of faith, you're meant to grow in your faith. You're not just supposed to have a stagnant and stunted relationship with God. It's meant to grow. And as your relationship with God grows, things are supposed to change more, you know? You don't just say, oh yeah, I stopped doing this when I came to God, so that's all the changes I'm making now. That's not it. It has to go deeper. It has to go deeper. You have to continue growing. So this news thing, honestly speaking, it analyzes the intention. Like, the intention. Normally these people who are not even married sending news to each other. Why are you doing it? Like, why? Because the why really does matter, you know? Let me know in the comment section. In fact, I dare you to tell me if you've sent news before. I dare you to say it in the comment section. Tell us that you've done it and you regret doing it if you do, and tell us why, you know? If you're not a person of faith and you just feel it's wrong and you just want to explain to someone else why it's wrong, then let them know. If you just want to argue because you feel like, no, what you're saying is rubbish, then keep it moving. Just keep it moving. And you know what? Something just came to my mind now. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So I had this certain conversation with a certain somebody about being open-minded. This is actually what I want to talk about next, but it just came automatically. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's talk about it. So I've noticed this trend amongst Christians. Like, when you speak about relative truth and objective truth, when as a Christian person you speak about objective truth, people tend to say, oh, you're not open-minded. I just want to say this. Being open-minded does not mean you listen to everything everybody has to say and then adopt it in your own life. You can be open-minded and still choose to stand by your values because these are principles that you have. Being open-minded is not saying, oh, if person X comes and says something to me, I will listen to what they have to say and engage with it and adopt it in my own life just to prove how open-minded I am. I hope this will not turn into a rant because I have a couple of things to say about this particular matter. Hey, I have a lot of facts. But at the heart of it, all I just want to say is, as a Christian person, I've noticed that with other Christians, we have this trend going on. We kind of shift around to make the place comfortable for people who don't believe in God in any sense. For instance, you will get into a room, and as a Christian person, you are not okay with people performing, people fornicating in front of you, or doing things that are just sexually impure, or people saying things that are impure, literally just like speech. You're not open to hearing all about that. And then you get into a room with people who are doing all these things, and you, in a bid to just get into your own nutshell, you find yourself just keeping quiet and just being all timid. But these people are not afraid of offending you. Like, why is it that as Christians, we are so afraid of offending non-believers? And yet, if you look at non-believers, they don't care whether they offend you or not. Like, I don't know any non-believer who'd be like, oh no, she's Christian, I better not do that in front of them. But it's always us, the believers, who's saying things like, oh no, like if that's what you believe is okay by you, then do it. Or like someone will literally tell you, like, oh no, abortion is okay and you can do it, it's just killing a person, it's nothing big. And you as a Christian person, you know, hey, killing someone is something big. But then because you kind of don't want to offend them, you want to be open-minded, you find yourself keeping quiet and acting all timid. Non-believers do not care about offending you, dear Christian. Hear me now. So please do not get timid and shy away from the faith that you stand for and the values that you stand for in the face of people who don't share your faith, in a bid to not offend them and make them feel welcome, okay? Because that's not what you've been called to do. You've been called to be a light to the world. And as lights, you're there to dispel darkness. As light, you're there to dispel darkness. So if you are the light and you walk into a room that is dark, and then you continue to just, you then just dim your light. You dim your light to make darkness more comfortable. So what are you doing exactly as a person of faith? And then you want to come up and say, oh no, like I'm preaching my faith, I'm living out the faith. You are not living out the faith as you should be doing. Like, your faith requires you to be a light in the world. So be a light. Yeah? So those are three of the things that I really thought we had to talk about. I hope you learned something. If you did learn something from this video, would you please consider giving it a big fat thumbs up, Hey, I know you want to give it to me, Hey. And would you please consider sharing this video if you've watched these points? Thank you so much for watching. May God continue to bless you. See you in my next video. Bye.